Hello and welcome to I've Seen Everything, where the name is ironic and the reactions are... Hi everyone, my name's Andrew and welcome to yet another movie reaction out here on the ISE channel, and today we are here to complete something for me, let's say. I have not done reactions to any of the Evil Dead movies out here yet. I plan to, hopefully, in the future, but I have watched all of the Evil Dead movies with the notable exception of Evil Dead Rise, which is what we're here to watch today. This is especially timely with Evil Dead Burn coming out. Evil Dead Wrath is supposed to come out in a couple of years. I don't know if they're going to go beyond that. I have been a fairly recent but big fan of the Evil Dead movies, meaning I didn't grow up watching these, but I did watch all of them within the last few years, and not only watch all the Evil Dead movies, the original 3 Evil Dead movies, the reboot certainly, but also all 3 seasons of the television show. All were a lot of fun, except the reboot. I kind of struggled with the reboot a little bit. It's not that I didn't enjoy it, it's just that it was a pretty drastically different tone, and also there's some confusion about whether it was a reboot, a remake, kind of a detached sequel, whatever. It's kind of all over the place. But one thing I did hear when this movie came out, it kind of moves on from all of that without necessarily moving on from all of that. This can exist in the same universe. We're kind of telling anthology stories here, and I think I heard that with Evil Dead Burn as we're going into it as well, that it may not even be attached to this one. Like, we may just be telling individual stories that have nothing to do with each other other than there's Deadites involved, then the Necronomicon is involved in some way probably, which usually ends up being the kind of catalyst to start all of this stuff. I have really enjoyed the Evil Dead movies and the show, so let's get into it. Real quick before we do, I want to remind you to check out the Patreon. The full-length reaction to this movie is available over on the Patreon right now. There's full-length reactions to other movies over there, exclusive television shows, all kinds of stuff. I hope you go check it out and consider becoming a patron. Any support that you offer over here or over there is always greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And that is it, folks. Let's not waste another moment. Let us get to watching 2023's Evil Dead Rise. Here we go. Alright, so we're out in the woods somewhere. The classic Deadite cam. The thing we saw come after Ash. Oh, it was a drone. I was going to say the thing we saw come after Ash. I think it was the end of the original Evil Dead movie.
You look like you were gonna a brick out sideways.
So you could have taken my head off.
Oh, this guy seems like a jerk already. I'm assuming he'll die.
Shouldn't you go see if Jessica is feeling any better?
She'll be fine. I gave her Klonopin so she can sleep off whatever the is wrong with her.
I'm assuming this girl who's reading the book is going to be our final girl, that she's going to survive. I mean, you don't know that for sure these days.
How you feeling, cuz?
Are we already starting?
Can I take your car and escape the hell of being stuck here with your latest boyfriend?
I mean, you would think someone has to read the Necronomicon first, and since she's reading...
I tried to draw back my arm, but the hand clung on.
Wow, we're starting right off, aren't we? That's creepy.
A child's face looking through the window.
You know, I think I'm wrong anyway.
Till the blood ran down and soaked to the bedclothes. Let me out!
Yeah, I think the main movie takes place in an apartment. I forgot. So this is just a precursor. Yeah, she's already...
Who's the brainless meat now?
Yep. Yeah, I guess she wasn't... I guess I was wrong about her being the final girl.
Jessica?
Yeah. I'm assuming he's going to get decapitated with it, which is why he made that comment. Oh, she did it to herself. I mean, technically she's still alive, even though she's severely injured. I mean, they made a statement, for sure. They don't start this Evil Dead movie slow. Let's put it that way. Okay, so I'm assuming we are to understand that the events of this day lead into that.
I'm fine. I'll be back before curtains up.
Well, she's taking a pregnancy test. So she's having a moment at the very least. I'm going to assume positive. I don't think negative plays into the story. You want things that create drama. Tattooing gun, I think. Or maybe a branding gun. Just an odd genre of music to be record scratching to, I think. But hey, could be great. Who knows?
Hey, Bridget. Mom's on nights and we're watching all the Freddy movies in a row.
Even the ones.
There aren't any ones.
That's not true. There are some ones. And I say that as someone who loves Nightmare on Elm Street.
Your boyfriends are weirdos.
You're the weirdo.
So we have an activist, a DJ, the mom is a tattoo artist, and the kid is creating some interesting doll art, let's say. And that's not great. Although what happened to our woman who was taking, I was going to say, that was taking the pregnancy test? Sister, I think.
Was Bangkok awesome?
Insane. Crazy, obsessive fans over there.
Did you drink snake blood?
Hey, that's culturally insensitive.
What about monkey brain barbecue?
Oh yeah, that's so much better, Dan.
Well, at least we're going for somewhat of a unique and interesting family to start with here. When you have enough of these movies, one of the challenges becomes telling these stories in new and interesting ways, you know?
Check out what I got your dad.
Why do I get the sense Dad's not there anymore?
Why didn't you tell me, Elle?
I called you twice. That was 2.5 months ago, Beth.
I get the sense that Beth is not easy to get a hold of.
You know, when I'm on the road, I get sucked in deep, and I'm trying to make Chief Tech right now.
Elle, look, you can sleep on the sofa tonight, but I gotta pack and move.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be much packing and moving. I think there's going to be surviving, hopefully some of them, and, you know, fleeing, mostly.
I screwed up again.
What happened?
She is pregnant. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't see where this is supposed to be. Are they somewhere that gets earthquakes? What would be even scarier is if you were having an earthquake somewhere that doesn't get them. That would be even less understandable. Yeah, they've shown a wood chipper twice.
What is it?
There's a hole.
Dude, yeah, I wouldn't be that enthralled by a hole. I would get the hell out of there.
Careful, Dan, there could be aftershock.
But what would a horror movie be without people making stupid decisions?
It's an old bank vault.
This would be one of those stupid decisions.
Come on, Danny, let's go.
You just had an earthquake. You're lucky the building didn't come down on your head. It ripped a hole in the floor, and you crawl into it. I mean, I was a kid once too. Kids do make dumb decisions when it comes to stuff like that. Oh, he had it. Yeah, better move, dude. You're gonna get killed by a crucifix. Yeah, this doesn't look a whole hell of a lot like a bank vault. This looks like an evil that somebody was trying desperately to keep contained. And there we are. I mean, it's just that easy, folks. You want to start a horror movie? Just find that book.
Bridget dropped the pizza.
Oh, honey, I love you guys so much more than pizza.
I think that might be, yeah, the least of what happened. And to be fair, you dropped the sodas. All right, let's not just throw Bridget under the bus here.
Probably been locked in that vault forever.
And weird like this gets locked away for a reason.
She is very right about that. Yeah, that looks dangerous to even open.
It's just a nick.
It's like whatever I forget what the cube is called in Hellraiser. It gets some of your blood and then things get moving.
You need to put it back. First thing in the morning, promise me?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to survive. In fact, I think he's going to be the first who's not going to survive.
I don't like going underwater.
I don't think there's any weird sea creatures in the tub.
Hey man, I used to be afraid of the tub. Accidentally saw a clip of Jaws when I was at too young an age, flipping through the channels. Like I said, what would horror movies be without some dumb decisions? This is a profoundly dumb decision.
Spiritual mysteries, its pages undoubtedly hold.
Okay, so I'm assuming this is supposed to have been from somewhere in the early 20th century, based on the pictures and the potential history of the building.
Its pages contain ancient rituals and incantations.
Kid's gonna get his whole family killed because he wouldn't leave the thing alone. Oh, I was gonna say, pull the needle off the record. Can't even do it. Cut the wires. Cut the wires that go to the speakers. Book of the Dead. So it would indicate that it's someone's ghosts or malevolent spirits of some kind, you would think. Yeah, this is looking worse and worse all the time. Something's in there with her. Something tells me that's not going to work for long. Okay, so this is answering a question, potentially. Does she actually have to die in order to become one of those things? Ooh. I mean, full disclosure, I don't know anything about this movie, but I know she dies, which is pretty obvious right now, because she's in the trailers. Which is pretty horrible. I mean, this is an Evil Dead movie, but for this family to be tormented by their own mother. Yeah, shouldn't have put the records on, man. Some things you start, you can't stop. You can't stop. Some things you do, you can't take back.
You alright?
Yeah, looks like it's just us that's out.
Mom?
Oh, you sleeping?
Where is she?
She's not your mom anymore. Sorry to say. She is now one of the most dangerous beings in this building. And she's about to walk right back into the apartment. And she's probably going to do some pretty messed up stuff to herself.
I had the most beautiful dream.
I was going to say, does she even have the ability to pretend to be herself anymore?
And all I could think about was how much I wanted to cut you all open and climb inside your body so that we could stay one happy family.
Don't get close to her. It is not her. It is something else now.
Don't let it take my babies.
That might have been the last thing that the real her said.
Bridget, take her back inside.
Yeah, what's their plan here? They actually trying to take her to the hospital?
Stairs.
They're gone.
That's what I suspected. They're trapped.
May I pray?
She's not religious.
It's just a few words.
I mean, if we're talking about something that's evil, this could definitely prompt a reaction, more so than they can expect.
There's no fire escape ladder. Raise the alarm, get some help in here.
You have to go through 82.
That's unoccupied, right?
Yeah, like most of this condemned dump.
We could just cut right through the door.
I mean, this is actually an interesting setting for a horror movie like this, to be trapped like this. You're trapped in the upper floors of an all but abandoned building, it feels like. Meaning I don't think there are anyone on the lower floors.
I'm gonna get my shotgun, I'm gonna blast it open. I don't like being trapped.
Everyone is on edge enough without guns getting fired in here.
Something tells me that while your shotgun might be a good idea at some point, I don't know how much actual good it's going to do. Question is how many more people you're going to lose before you get out of here.
I don't know what to do, Al. You're the one who always has the answers.
And how is her pregnancy going to play into this? Is her baby going to be like possessed?
I can't believe I'm never going to speak to you again.
She's going to talk right now.
I'm burning alive.
Yeah, you might want to get the hell out of there, Beth.
Mom? She's alive?
Yeah, that is not your mom. And there's a lot of glass in there to break.
Mommy's with the maggots now.
It really plays against all of your instincts. You have a loved one. Your nature is to want to help her. But this is what we run into with every zombie movie, every vampire movie. Oh, yeah, you guys need to get somewhere safe quickly. She has a weapon.
Stop it!
Ooh, right in the hand. Yikes.
What's happening to me, sweetheart? I don't know, Mom.
I'm free now. Free from all you sucking parasites.
Yikes. So what is the goal? Well, I probably shouldn't be looking for a goal. It's a horror movie. But like vampires want blood. Zombies want to, I mean, old zombies want brains. New zombies are like viral ones that want to spread the virus. What are Deadites trying to do?
Who wants to rot next? Ellie?
Oh, maybe it's just they're just looking to torment and destroy as much as they can. Ooh, wow. Wow. Took out his eye and spit it into his own son's throat. Didn't stand a chance. Jeez.
For the cabinet.
I mean, if it is like demons from hell and stuff like that, then the goal is just torture and chaos, you know. It's been a while since I watched any of the Evil Dead stuff. I'm just trying to remember kind of the lore. Oh, I have to sit there and watch as she kills all these people. Yikes. Well, neighbor found the shotgun. I mean, they don't seem like they're that high up. Not that they could jump or anything, but it seems like they're only maybe 3 or 4 floors up.
This isn't my fault.
This is your fault!
Don't turn on each other. I need to show you something.
Yeah, but Danny needs to come clean about what's happening here. And not that he could have had any clue, but it kind of is his fault. Should have left stuff alone.
Does it hurt bad?
I'm okay.
Does she get taken next? Dude, don't open it again. The hell's your problem? Oh, didn't something like that happen to Ash or somebody? That's why he cut off his hand.
Well, there you are.
Uh-oh. Manipulating whatever she can to get her to open the door.
Open up and let us in, Cassie.
Wow. No. Come on, don't do it. I wondered if it took her fingers for a second there. I'm sorry. I'm not reacting as much as I should be. I'm just kind of zoned into what's going on here. This edit's going to be pretty short.
Open the door like you open your legs, you stinking ruby. I'm done! Approve me, you psycho!
They're doing a good job of holding the tension. I mean, there's a fair amount of things going on. We had the little girl at the front door with the mom. We had the son and the aunt looking at the book and the records, trying to figure out what to do. We still have the daughter off on her own, and we don't know if she can save herself or if she's going to walk in possessed next, or... Yeah, that's not looking good. Only because they were all so distracted with everything else did they not notice what's going on with her in the kitchen.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, she's gone. Like I said, the black kind of like vein like stuff that was coming from the wound on the side of her face, that happened with Ash's hand, I think, and he had to cut it off in order to save himself. Ooh.
I gotta kill the creepy crawlies that I got inside my tongue.
Yeah. I mean, Evil Dead has a definite MO about how they approach these things. Just freak people out as much as they can. Oop, I heard about the cheese grater. Yeah, I'm not gonna look at that one. Jeez. Yeah, you better run to where I don't know. There it is. I knew that was going to happen as soon as we saw the stick get broken that way. Although somehow I don't think that's going to stop her. I think you just gave her a weapon. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Either way, you need to get out of there. All 3 of you. Or someone else gets taken over.
This is what happened to Bridget and Mom. Gonna happen to us.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
You'd be a good mom someday, honey Beth. You know how to lie to kids.
Wow. That was a good line. From a young actor, too. But especially in that moment. It's true, though. they have no clue what's happening, so they have no clue how to stop it.
I want to listen to that vinyl.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Those words.
Yeah, well, maybe there's words on there that could help stop all of this.
We've got no power to run a turntable.
I can fix that.
Time to break out some of her skills from her job. I mean, let's not underplay what she's able to do. You know, running an entire operation for a concert is not a simple task. And I say that as somebody who's on the outside of it and doesn't really know all the specifics. But I know there's a lot that has to come together.
Just in case.
Yeah, it really doesn't help that the doors to that room are glass. And this still seems like a really, really bad idea.
The demon possessed Cortez first, rotting him from the inside out.
I mean, we knew it had to spread beyond the mom. Again, I'm surprised it didn't spread to others in the hallway here.
It takes its pleasure in creating terror through total chaos.
Well, if terror is the point, she's certainly accomplishing that, or the demons are. Uh-oh. Your effort to tie up your sister seems to have failed. You are being followed, and you are being infiltrated. Danny, let go and move away. Unless it got you. You just gave her... Again, you just gave her a weapon, basically. Ooh. And of course she has headphones on. Of course.
I knew only one choice remained. Complete bodily dismemberment.
What an amazing element to use for a horror story like this. Yeah, I think Danny's gone. Yeah, I think Danny's gone too. Yeah, that's not enough. He's mortally wounded and covered with what came out of her.
I'm sorry,
Bridget's only hope is if she can find a way to get Cassie and get out of there. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do anything but buy you some time. You need to get out. Again, that's one of the things about this is like, again, just trying to figure out the lore, figure out what they want, but like, there's no definitive way to kill him, as the guy was saying.
Are you gonna be a mom?
Yes.
If she lives.
And I'm getting us out of here.
How?
Yeah, again, you would figure some of the bodies in the hallway have come back to life by now, too. Yeah, this is when you find out he's still alive. Or not alive, but undead. Ooh, well, that could at least slow her down a bit. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, you gotta hurry.
Everybody here dies by dawn, Dad.
Dead by dawn!
Yep, now they all come back. I mean, I get that she doesn't have any choice, but I don't think the elevator's gonna work out. This is where this all started. Yeah, that's not a good sign. That's not behavior you expect out of an elevator. I don't think I want to know what they're doing to her in that hallway. Maybe only the little girl survives, or maybe nobody does. Who knows? It's looking worse and worse all the time. Gonna have a shining moment in the lobby. Are they going to be turned now because they've been covered with this stuff?
Cassie! Cassie!
Am I dead?
I mean, to be fair, this all started with something that happens a day later with unrelated people at a cabin at a lake. So is the idea that this is unleashed on the world and there's no stopping it? That would actually be pretty cool as far as how it ties to the other movies. It's just everywhere, and it's just people dealing with it as it spreads. Oh, that's what they were doing. Combining into one huge monstrosity. well, that is the kind of thing you'd need a wood chipper for. With the way these movies go, we honestly don't know what's going to happen. They could both make it out, just one of them could make it out, or neither of them could make it out. We honestly have no way to know. It's now looking increasingly less good for Cassie. I don't know if we have enough time. All right. She made it over there. Ooh. All right. Got to line this up just right. Turn it on at the right moment. Oh, they're trying to drag her into it. Well, that's pretty extreme. I really hope they don't succeed in that. Cassie doesn't need to see that happen. There you go. Now get them in there and then turn it on. Perfect. You can't really have an Evil Dead movie at this point without a chainsaw, I don't think. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know it was going to turn and spray on everything. Well, we ended up with our blood rain and our chainsaw. Yeah, they weren't going to let it happen that easy. She has to have one last moment. Try to play on her sympathy.
You know, you really do look like Mom, and you're gonna fail miserably just like her. You stinking horrible.
I mean, not good last words to choose, but if there were ever a grand finale, let's hope that the fact that all that got shot out onto the car doesn't mean the car is now possessed. That's the last thing we would need. They actually make an escape, and the car is possessed. All right. Well, where do they go now? And is this truly going to be an anthology series now where these stories are unconnected and we just don't ever see them again? Or do they show up in Evil Dead Burn? I wonder. Again, how can you have an Evil Dead movie at this point without having at least one dramatic moment with a chainsaw, you know? Yeah, that's pretty sad. Happy family destroyed in one night. And then it's just an aunt and her niece walking, covered in blood, walking down the street with a chainsaw. This is somebody on a completely different floor who's completely unaware of anything that happened. Is that really possible? Wow. Yeah, there was some crazy noise on the upper floor last night.
Caleb's dad's cabin is so awesome, and you're gonna absolutely love his friends.
This makes more sense. Yeah, this was our woman from the beginning. So this is how she ends up possessed. It's amazing how you could be so oblivious that you could drive through a scene like this and not have any clue what happened. I spoke too soon. She just noticed. Okay, so I'm now getting confused about how she picked up her friend. I mean, they connected the dots, but I don't think we have any further scenes. Let's scrub through and check. Nope, that looks like it. Let's go to the wrap-up. All right, so a little bit of continuity issue there, probably. I mean, she seemed pretty freaked out at the end. We have to believe that this person, whoever this girl was, this woman was, at the end, who we started with, who we know eventually becomes possessed, that she had to pick up her friends, or at least her friend she was talking to, and get out to the lake and appear normal enough to everybody they were going about their business before she then kind of woke up possessed and everything happened. I don't know if I buy that, but this is an Evil Dead movie. You're not supposed to take it apart in too much detail. It's supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be gruesome. It's supposed to be fun if you're someone who enjoys horror movies, as I am. And it checked all those boxes. It was horrific. I've started to do something as I've gotten older, and people who have watched horror movies with me out here on this channel have seen it more and more. It's surprising to me that I've started to do this, because I've watched horror movies for a very long time. I find myself starting to pull for who's going to survive. It's okay, these people can get out. This is going to be okay. Oh, another one died. All right, well, these three people can get out. It's like you're watching a horror movie. Who's going to survive isn't necessary. Well, I mean, I guess who's going to survive is the kind of tension of the story. It is the point in that regard. But you have to be prepared for that a lot of people are going to die. It wasn't just going to be the mom. It also wasn't just going to be the mom and all the people that gruesomely died in the hallway. It was going to be, like, from the beginning, it was going to be pretty much everybody. I mean, everybody could have died. They literally could have had everyone die. But at the very least, I think all of these movies to this point have ended with just one final person, maybe two final people. I can't remember at the end of Evil Dead 2. I know the end of Evil Dead 2 leads into Army of Darkness, and it's this, weird kind of time travel thing that happens all of a sudden. I can't remember if the woman in Evil Dead 2, the one that was supposed to be the daughter of the guy on the recording, I can't remember if she survived. I don't think she did. If she did, I don't know what happened to her. Yeah, the Evil Dead franchise overall, it's fun. It's fun for horror movie fans, but it has gone some interesting directions. All of the movies are essentially very different from each other. I will say tonally that as far as being similar to each other, I'd say the most similar in the entire franchise are this one and the reboot that they did. I think the reboot was from 2013. So if that's the case, it had been a decade. Yeah, 2013. So and this is Lee Cronin who did this one. It had already been 10 years since we'd had an Evil Dead movie when this one came out. And now they're having this trilogy. They're having one come out this year and they're having another one come out in 2028. I don't know if they're doing any more beyond that. But I would say that one of the things that was the most off-putting to me about the reboot or the 2013 Evil Dead is it felt like we started in a place that was looking to be a little bit more of a traumatic horror movie, which is odd to say about an Evil Dead thing, but like emotionally traumatic kind of, I don't know. It just was a feel to it that I got that I wasn't thrilled about. But maybe I need to give it another shot. Maybe I need to come into it with a clear mind, because if you come into it with the fandom of the previous Evil Dead movies, you're kind of all over the place. The first Evil Dead is a very low budget but memorable because it's very gruesome kind of movie from the early 80s. The second one, they have more money. Obviously, it's kind of odd because they spend the first 20 minutes recapping the same story as the first movie. But then it has a feel of the first movie, but it's this kind of very trippy direction they go with it, like an acid trip of a movie almost. And then we go into Army of Darkness, which is just kind of the definition of a campy horror movie. More like horror, comedy, action kind of thing. The show was kind of the perfect blend of all three of those. And now we're going back into a modern trilogy and we're kind of going more straight horror, but keeping the gruesome nature that has been a hallmark of Evil Dead forever and making them really scary. I mean, I think they did a good job of making the movie scary. One of the most scary things about it is in a lot of these things you have some prescribed way to defeat the enemy that you're fighting, to defeat the evil you're fighting. Vampires, you can, like some of the older things, you can stake them through the heart, or at the very least you can wait till sunrise. You can do all these kinds of things. Zombies, there's different ways to stop zombies. But with this, there's not really a way to stop it once this evil is released. I mean, there's a way to stop the actual Deadites that were following her in this movie, that were the antagonists of this movie, the innocent people that were taken over. But obviously she destroyed all of them, and this evil force was still there and took over this other woman and led us into the scene that we started the movie on. So it's out there, it's loose now, and obviously it's not going to stop. You get the feeling that that's going to be the kind of guiding force of the movies that come after, is the evil just bouncing around to different people. Maybe they don't even need the Necronomicon anymore. But yeah, Danny, I hate to blame a kid and tell him something like that it's all his fault, but it's pretty much his fault. I mean, to be fair, even if he had left it alone, somebody probably would have come along and found it. But somebody else would have wandered down there and done something they shouldn't do. But can't have horror movies like this without some stupid decisions to start. And the stupid decision in these is always to read the Necronomicon or play the recording of someone reading the Necronomicon. Though they didn't call it that in here. I forget exactly the name they used for it, but Naturum Demonto, I think he called it. But anyway, just one more time before we get out of here, I want to remind you to check out the Patreon. The full-length reaction to this movie is available over on the Patreon right now. There's full-length reactions to other movies over there, exclusive television show reactions, all kinds of stuff. I hope you go check check it out and consider becoming a patron. Any support that you offer over there or over here is always greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And a special thank you to my Seen Everything patrons, Aunt Vess and Stevie. Thank you so much for your support. And that's it, folks. I am now, at least for the moment, caught up with the Evil Dead movies until Evil Dead Burn comes out, which might be as you're watching this. But I appreciate you being here to watch this one with me today, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.